He's the one drinking beer. I'm drinking water.
2 touchdowns a game?
Yes, in the game.
You're tripping.
How you high? No,
Greatest fucking Super Bowl time.
I don't know what we're doing in that front office, man.
Twiddling our fucking dick.
Ryan, I just need you to drink this.
Wide receiver trivia. That's what she said.
Her.
The fuck?
Her upset.
Are those crutches?
You can see Ryan's crutches.
What is going on, folks? What is going on? Welcome back to your favorite show on the internet. This is After Further Review, episode 279. I am your co-host, Jacob Brown.
And I am your co-host that people love to hate because I'm always right, Malin Dennis. And real quick, guys, I just want to shout out my two boys, Christopher and Jackson. Apparently, they have found our page on TikTok and YouTube and have been watching all the videos and looking through all the comments to make sure that everybody's being nice to us. They wanted a little shout out. So, Christopher and Jackson, I love you, buddy. And keep watching the show. We love you.
We'll need to have them as mods soon.
Your turn, Esther.
And I'm your other great co-host, Nestor.
Yeah. I'm the other co-host, June Buckspade.
I threw them off.
And rolling out of the soggy PNW. It's a favorite time of the year for me. And as my good friend, Sir Mix-a-Lot would say, I like free agency, I cannot lie. When your players come up to my style, I toss the money because they're going to be my honey. G-Money.
I can't even.
Well, we're going to have a good show. I know if nothing else, we are going to have a great show. Let's cheers away to a hell of an intro by all of us, really. And shout out to Miguel in the chat. Thank you for the kind words.
Nestor's back on the placebo shot.
Yeah. Not damaging the liver tonight. It's this weekend.
Oh, gosh.
Well, gentlemen, we have got a jam-packed show. Plenty to get into, so I won't waste any further time here. We can just hop right into things. And we're going to start off with NFL free agency. This free agency has been just bursting at the seams every day. Seems like every hour there's someone else moving around. So what I figured we'd do, instead of going through each one line by line, or actually, yeah, we'll just go each one line by one. I'll try and be sort of considerate of time, but we'll start off with Mike Evans leaving Tampa Bay to go to San Francisco Bay. One Bay to the other. So, yeah, Mike Evans now a Niner. And what did you guys think about this one? Obviously, he was a Buck his entire career, and to me, he was really like the face of the franchise in a way. I thought he was very good for the community, for the city, and he just embodied everything about the Bucs. So it's weird that he's no longer a Buccaneer. And the 49ers of all teams was not where I ever thought he would end up. But what do you guys think of this one?
Well, I thought that he would be a Buccaneer for the rest of his career. Honestly, I thought he would retire at the end of the season. I thought this was it for him. And I saw a couple of reports. I don't know how true they are, but I did see some. I think Adam Schefter, a couple other guys might have said it, that I guess there was some problems between him and Todd Bowles in the last few months. So that's kind of something that says, oh, well, what happened there? But the 49ers, they talked about moving on. from Ayuk, so we'll see if that happens. They already Jennings is still out there. Jawan Jennings, I believe, is still out there. He hasn't been signed yet, but he's an unrestricted free agent right now. So it's interesting that they're probably trying to retool or give them another face. You know, they still got Ricky Parasol, you know, a couple other guys. So they're trying to get that veteran presence that they had. So Mike Evans is probably going to be pretty decent for them as long as he stays healthy this season.
Listen, I actually wanted to get the input of someone that's like a Bucks fan, so I actually texted my ex-wife and was like, "Hey, you know, like, what are your thoughts on Mike Evans?" And her only response was, "Do you want the right answer or, you know, my real answer?" And I was like, "Well, real answer." She was like, "I want to blow up the Niners stadium." And I was like, "Okay, well, maybe you and I were a little bit more alike than I thought." But I mean, when it comes to Mike Evans, he's had a really good career. I think we made a little bit too much of the amount of consecutive 1,000-yard seasons he has, and comparing them to Jerry Rice's, because the numbers are still not even close to each other after those first 10 years. I agree with you, June. I thought he was going to retire once he wasn't going to be able to keep the streak going. I thought that was mainly like one of his main reasons for going, or for like keep playing. Why he would want to go after he's had a year of like soft tissue injury, why he wants to go play near that or practice near that substation in San Francisco, I don't know. Because everybody getting soft tissue injuries over there practicing with the Niners. But I mean, I don't think he's going to be that much of a difference to them. I don't know. I just think he's kind of past his prime a little bit. I think you're paying when you start paying because of past production instead of future production, you're paying people off of what they've done in the past, not necessarily what you think they're going to be able to do for you in the future. And it's not even your past production. I think you're kind of making a mistake. But good on him for getting his money. And I'm not really sure if it is Bowles. I think all that narrative about Bowles, June, is that Bucks fans hate Bowles so much that they're saying because of Bowles, and they want Bowles fired. But if you really look at his production has gone down every year ever since Baker Mayfield has been his quarterback. Because I think there's more of I think Godwin and Baker had more of a connection than Evans and Baker did. And then you put Ibuka in this year. Evans gets hurt. The production's waning even more. So good on him. I'd rather he stayed with the Bucks though. It's continuity's sake.
I mean, it reminds me of when the Seahawks released Tyler Lockett. He went to Tennessee. I just think that Mike Evans would have been best served retiring. But once again, you know, you put that money in front of someone and they're going like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll play. Because they don't have, as June said, they've got Ricky Pearsall. That's all they've got. They should have, if they haven't already, they should be releasing Ayuk. So they don't have any wide receivers. They've got to get them in the draft now or via trade. Because Mike Evans is not going to be your number one wide receiver. Those days are gone. He'll be a decent number two, and definitely a good number three, but I just don't know how he fits into the Niners system. So, yeah, get paid, get your money. And, you know, look at getting released by the middle of the season if you're not producing.
Honestly, I hope Mike Evans the best, but I also hope the very worst for the Niners. I hope all of this project they have going on just blows up in their face. The kind of more interesting part of this for me is the Bucks, because now you have Ibuka, who's like 22 years old. You have Jalen McMillan, who's 24. You have Tez Johnson. So that's exciting for them, you know. You're refreshing your offense, and it's going to be interesting to see how they move forward. They kept their tight end, I'm pretty sure, with Kate Otten. So it's going to be interesting. I hope the very worst for the Niners. at every step.
Well, Niners show of hate on document. Let's get to the next signing. Kenneth Walker going to Kansas City. Did not see that one coming. I'm not going to lie. I think it's a great move for Kansas City. I feel like they need a good running back, like a consistent running back. And I feel like they would get that in Kenneth Walker. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think really he's probably going to be the best back they've had in 4 or 5 years. Now, he's probably only going to get like 20, 22 touches a game. He's not going to get those 30, 35 touches. And he does have an injury history. So, $15 million, that's a lot of money to pay for him. Now, he is productive, and he does, I believe, and I heard this, and unfortunately I didn't check it, so I don't know how accurate it is, but he's one of the best runners in the last couple of years to have runs of 20 yards or more. So you've got that. Now, we saw him up here in Seattle, obviously. Not that good coming out of the backfield, catching passes so much, and definitely not good blocking. So he's got to learn how to block, because Kansas City is going to be throwing the ball. But considering who they had at running back and the production they had, it's a good improvement for the Chiefs. Seattle wasn't going to sign him anyway. They were not going to do that. So good for him. He's got a Super Bowl ring, Super Bowl MVP that he can put on his wall, and now he gets paid. So, I'm all for that. We weren't going to keep him. Go somewhere, get your money. You got your ring. Hell, if you only play 2 more years and you don't play ever again, if you're smart about investing, you're set for life.
Oh, here's the reason why I don't think it's very good for the Chiefs, Jalen, is that they're wanting Walker to be an every down back.
Mm-hmm.
And Walker has never been, outside of these few games in the playoffs, he's never been great at being the one guy. And when he has been great at being the one guy, he gets hurt. The last 2 years, he split carries with Charbonnet. And I was talking with G Money about this last night. I'm like, everyone wants to give the coaching staff of McDonald and Kubiak and all them flowers, right, about how great they coached up this team and the play calling and all that. Well, if Walker was so, if they really felt that Walker was so great inside the 20, then why was Charbonnet always getting the ball over him? Like the Chiefs are paying $15 million a year, which is the 5th highest that we're paying a running back right now. I think he's making even more than Saquon. For a running back that split carries damn near 50-50, got 1,000 yards rushings and 5 touchdowns. Meanwhile, Charbonnet had 12 touchdowns because he was the one getting the touches inside the 20 because he was a better pass catcher. He ran between the tackles a little bit better, and he was a better third down blocker. And so there are some liabilities. He's flashy as hell running the ball. I mean, you saw that in the playoffs, especially against the Niners, in the way that he kind of gashed that New England defense, and he would just get yards where you didn't think there were any. I remember that one against it was in the playoffs where it was 3rd and 17, and he ended up getting 19 yards. I mean, it was like he has those big, those home run potential that can change a drive. But I just worry about his health. I'm gonna miss him because if you put him with another back, he can be hell of explosive. I like him, but I definitely didn't like him at that 15 mil that the Chiefs paid. I think the Chiefs overpaid because they had a need at the position and they knew they wouldn't be able to fill it in the draft. But I appreciate the fact that John Schneider, even though his back's up against the wall a little bit with Charbonnet being hurt, he wasn't willing to go that high to pay him.
Right.
But he will be missed. He will be missed. He's Super Bowl MVP, for God's sake.
I said the same thing. I didn't think he was Kansas City, and I'm with you, Malin. Kansas City can make a mistake if they think he's a number 1 back. He's not a number one back. He's like Mostert. That, Miami, when they had A-Chain and Mostert, he reminds me of Mostert. He's not a number one back. And who did Mostert go to? And they tried to make him a number one back. And we haven't heard his. We didn't hear his name all season, did we? We didn't hear Mostert name all damn season. No, Walker's not a number one back. I don't think he can. They're going to have to draft another running back. I think they will draft another running back. There's a couple of running backs out there they can go get. There's a Nick Chubb out there. They could go get a couple of guys, but right now, if they think he's the guy that's going to carry them, and they can run the ball through him all season, it's not it. He's not. I think he's a great number 2 back because he can spell your top running back, but I don't think that he can be the man for your team long term.
He had 2.5 really great games in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
As the number one option because Charbonnet tore his knee up.
Yeah.
Like, even that Niner game, he was splitting carries with Charbonnet up until the second half when Charbonnet got hurt, and then Walker just ran roughshod all over everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to do it for 2.5 games, but, I mean, G-Money, like, if the playoffs went 7 games, he's probably getting hurt before you get to the last one. The type of production with him. So I worry about that. But good on him for getting his money, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never going to cloud on somebody for getting paid.
Yeah, when he was getting that Super Bowl MVP, I guarantee you his agent was like, cash.
Yep.
There we go.
We don't care. We don't care. We do not care.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
He didn't have to go to a terrible team to get paid either.
Right.
Nope.
Exactly.
Because the Chiefs have a need. I
Nope.
mean, it's still not like he's going to the Titans or
Right.
something. He's going to the
Yeah.
Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes and Andy.
I really thought that he would go, that Atlanta would be a player once they lost Algiers. I thought Atlanta would be a player for him.
Could you
know,
imagine?
Not at 15 mil though,
But that's the thing.
because they're gonna have to re-sign.
That probably was the price tag. That I think if he would have went a couple of days into free agency, it would have dropped. Like if the Chiefs would have said, "Nah, we don't want this guy," and we'll wait till the draft, and then after free agents, and then after the draft, we'll pick somebody else up. But I think because they got him on day one, that's the price that they paid. So
Anyone else think Henderson has some CTE effects with all the money he wants in the free agency right now?
he got it. Shit, he just got it.
He did.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got it with
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Oh
Yeah.
I put it in the chat. I put it in the chat.
Yeah.
that was the-
Yeah.
We'll get
Yeah.
to that in community
Okay,
comments.
my
'cause,
bad. I didn't know that was in there. I didn't know that was in.
Yeah, but we'll get there. Speaking, this wasn't in the original rundown, but keeping on the same team here, or the original team, Seahawks, they retained Josh Jones and Rashid Shaheed here. Seattle fans, what do you guys think about keeping them under wraps here?
Don't mind
Well,
paying what we paid Rashid, because when you look at it, the contract is similar to what Kansas City gave Shaheed. And G-Money and I talked about this for like 20 minutes last night. The playmaking ability on special teams, the speed he has, the way that he's able to break open games. There's that X factor. It's like, a Devin Hester a little bit, not saying he is, but a little bit, they could actually catch the football. So I'm happy with, if you had to put a gun to Schneider's head and say, hey, are you going to use this money on Walker or Shaheed? I'm glad he chose Shaheed. Because I think that he's smart enough to still figure out the running back situation. So I'm glad we got him. I actually thought we were going to re-sign Kobe Bryant instead of Shaheed. But when Kobe Bryant left and I was still thinking we were going to lose Shaheed, I was getting a little angry. But then when it came out that we signed Shaheed, I was like, all right. If we lost Kobe, I wanted Rashid. And Job, I'm really glad we got Job back too. So I can't be mad.
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty certain that we were going to re-sign Job. I knew we were going to let Willen walk. He was gone. I knew that. I thought Job and Kobe Bryant were the two people we were going to bring back. I figured that we were going to let Shaheed walk. I really did. I didn't think we were going to offer him what we did. But then when I thought about it, after we did after we signed him, I'm like, well, wait a minute. Our new OC was the tight ends coach of the Niners, and the way they use Debo, I'm like, they could use Shaheed the same exact way. You know, so, and then the way they use CMC, right? I mean, you could use him the same exact way. And if Torrey Holt comes back and he's fine, then he becomes your special teams guy, and you're not using Shaheed at all to return punts or kicks, unless you really want to screw with the team. And on kicks, you put Holt and Shaheed back there, so they can't kick away. Yeah, they've got a choice. Either I kick it in the end zone, I give the ball to them on the 35, or I kick it to one of them, and both of them have returned kicks for touchdowns. So, you know, but no, I'm not at all upset with either of the signings. I think it's going to be interesting because our running back room is pretty damn light, and you know what we're going to do there, whether we address it in the draft or there's only one running back I think that's still left out there, because I think Aaron Jones just re-signed with the Vikings, so that just leaves Rashid White from Tampa.
Yeah,
I think he's still out there. So that's about it. I mean, if we don't sign him, then it's the draft, man. We're going after running backs in the draft.
And them unrestricted free, them unrestricted, the unsigned,
the unsigned drafted free agents, the UDFAs, yeah.
And see which one can survive. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some decent running backs in the draft. You got to think about this. Notre Dame has 2 running backs in the draft. Penn State has 2 running backs in the draft. So I mean, you got some talent at the running back position coming out. It just depends on who you want at that time and how many teams actually need a running back. So, and right now, if you're going to get a running back and you want a veteran, you have to get them in a trade. Via a trade, that's all you're going to get right now. Because I think a lot of running backs will sign through the next couple of years. Dallas made sure they locked up Javonte Williams. So that was a guy who probably would have been on the block if Dallas hadn't locked him up. But, you know.
All right. We got to keep it moving here. Speaking of running backs, Rico Dowdle and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. to Pittsburgh. I had no idea that Rico Dowdle was even up for grabs. So that was complete news to me. But yeah, him and Michael Pittman Jr. going to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh stacking up some pretty nice offensive weapons. Kind of seems like Aaron Rodgers is going to come back for another year. I mean, you would like to think so if they've got solid offensive weapons around him. What do you guys think of these 2 guys going to the Steelers?
I mean, you instantly upgrade your offense at this point for what they had. That's an instant upgrade from what they had. You know, you give Debo. No, sorry. Seattle. Metcalf.
It's like
I get them mixed up. So now you give Metcalf somebody else on the other side finally. You know, so that's a good thing. And then, you know, with Dowdle, he's a good backup running back. He does his job as a backup. That's what he's there for. He's a hit man. That's what he's there for. He's a hit man out there. You bring him in for a year, you see what he does. So I think they did a pretty good job. It depends on who you get a quarterback. I don't want Rodgers as a quarterback. I would take Kyler Murray before I took Aaron Rodgers at this point in time. I really would. So, but hey.
I'll tell you this right now, that the happiest person with this whole trade, Jalen, is Aaron Rodgers' wife, because ain't nothing like Viagra for that man than you signing an old wide receiver on a roster that he can just plug and play with. I mean, that's like the little blue pill for him. He's happy. So he's probably going to re-sign with Pittsburgh. Dowdle, I do think, is a good back. I like that. Pittman, I think, is decent. All it says to me, though, at the end of the day, is 9-8. They're 8-9. Like, I don't think we're really moving the needle.
Right.
I just, yeah, I don't see the needle really moving because I don't think McCarthy can get as much out of a team as Tomlin's been able to do with mediocre rosters. So I see 8-9 and 9-8 still out of that team, which maybe they were going to be 6-10. Maybe they're just back to par for the course. Drafting these two guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they lost their starting running back anyway, so Dowdle will be their starting running back. And you know, if you had a good quarterback, then having two wide receivers like Pittman and Metcalf, that's good. That makes it difficult on defenses. Whether or not Aaron Rodgers comes back, quite frankly, I don't care. I don't think Pittsburgh fans care. In fact, I think Pittsburgh fans would be fine if he just stayed in a fucking cave and didn't come back. You know, go down to fucking Brazil, go in your cave, and nobody fucking cares. You know, once a week, go on McAfee's show.
From the cave.
And yeah, that's it. You know, they would much rather. I guarantee you that a lot of Steelers fans would much rather see them either draft and develop a quarterback, or for the time being, I think June's right. Go after Kyler Murray. Your O-line isn't great. You need someone who can move around. And Kyler Murray has those moments. I mean, where he can take a team and he can win. You know, if you can just keep him away if you can just make him study and take away Call of Duty, you know, he could do something. But who knows? I mean, maybe Kyler Murray's decided that, I can play baseball for the A's. I don't have to study a goddamn thing. I can still collect the money that the Cardinals owe me, get money from the A's, and play Call of Duty. Because, you know, it's easy peasy. Baseball I could be playing Call of Duty in the goddamn dugout.
I think this is bad news for the second running back that the Steelers had, who I think is Caleb Johnson. I think.
Yeah, Johnson.
He probably thought he was next up, and nope. I think Pittman is good, but like Malin said, unfortunately, we're gonna get a lot of like those Aaron Rodgers, like, you know, smiles that he's like, damn, I'm back or whatever. The highlight of this season was getting into a shootout with the Bengals. That goes to tell you everything you need to know. Like Malin said, 9-8, 8-9. That's what I expect.
All right. Last thing on Rico Daddle. Every time I see him, I literally just think Young Thug, John Morant, right in the middle. Rico Daddle looks. They had somehow had a baby.
Yeah.
Next one. Isaiah Pacheco is now a Lion. Another one that caught me most of these really caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie. Isaiah Pacheco is now in Detroit. What do you guys think of this one?
I mean, I thought it was they had to get somebody to let Montgomery go. So you need to get back to that second running back, but does he fit their style of offense? I don't know. This is a weird one to me. Again, I thought they would have went out that guy like Kenneth Walker. I think, I thought Kenneth Walker might have fit their style a little better. And this is a guy who he catches the ball out the backfield a lot more. So this is going to be very interesting how they use him as a running back in this with this team. So.
Yeah, I mean, they've got O-line issues. I mean, and it's not getting better for Detroit. So you sign Pacheco, who June's right. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. So you can utilize him like that. But the O-line is not going to create holes for him, and he cannot create holes himself. We saw that in Kansas City. We saw that. So, I mean, it seems to me like it. Yeah, that too. And if you trade Montgomery, which you did, then what exactly you didn't replace Montgomery with someone who was as good as Montgomery.
Mhm.
You replace him with just someone. That's
Right.
Pacheco. It's just someone. So I don't see how you got any better. I don't even know how you even stayed the same as what you were prior to trading Montgomery. So I don't know what's going on with Detroit, but I think their window has closed.
Ooh,
Closed
G-Money.
hard.
G-Money, we need to have that conversation.
I think that they wanted to get cheaper at the running back position because they know they're going to have to pay Gibbs. So I can understand getting rid of Montgomery. Pacheco, like you said, Gary, he's used to running behind bad offensive lines. He just hasn't been very good at it the last couple of years. The crazy thing is, if this was Pacheco 2 years ago,
Mhm.
just 2 years ago, we'd be thinking a lot better
Mm-hmm.
about this situation. Like it's wild how production can fall off for a running back, and we're just like, yeah, you ain't it, man. But yeah, you're right. They got a bad offensive line.
Mhm.
He can't catch the ball out of the backfield. He has had some injury concerns, but Montgomery's been injured too. Montgomery didn't. I don't think he played more than 11 games last year. That's why it was more the Gibbs show last year, and not as much of a split between Sonic and Knuckles. But other than that, I'm not really moved by it. I don't care. It's the Lions. I think their window is closing. I don't think it's all the way closed, but I think it's definitely
Mhm.
closed.
All right, let's get on to the next one here, which is Geno Smith to the Jets, coming home, baby, coming home.
Funniest damn
God.
thing I've seen. The fact that the Raiders are able to get a draft pick, I said this before the show, just is the most Jets thing ever. They could have got him cheaper. If he got let, they would have had to negotiate a new salary for him. But the Jets were like, you know what? We're the Jets, so we're gonna go ahead and give you a 6th-round draft pick for this guy. So Geno's angry. You don't want to go back to that New York media. That's some bullshit for him. It's funny though. All these Seattle players that always keep thinking the grass is greener on the other side, they're like, yeah, oh no, we want to go over here, and yeah, it ain't so fun, is it? Jackasses.
Mhm.
My only
Yeah,
comment
this was
is
just
I'm gonna take the under on punches received by other teammates for Geno, but the over on letters written for Geno.
I'm gonna take the over on the amount of middle fingers that Geno is gonna give the crowd. I'm gonna take that.
I'm going to take the money line on Aaron Glenn getting fired this season. So then
how many games?
Geno
How many
could be
games?
like
G-Money? How many games?
Geno can be 3 for 3 on getting coaches fired.
Oh gosh, man.
Get Pete Carroll fired twice.
Yeah.
Damn.
Pete Carroll's like, I'm not going to the Jets. Oh, hell no.
And the fact
I
that
want to coach.
Pete Carroll is still singing his praises. Pete Carroll out there saying, I think he's going to turn it around with New York.
God
What do
bless
you-
him. God
What?
bless him.
Like, what does Geno have on you, Pete?
We all need a Pete Carroll in our lives.
We do.
Oh,
All right. Godspeed, Geno. Isaiah Likely going to the New York Giants, the other New York team here. I thought this was great for Jackson Dart, for the whole band up there in New York. They've got Harbaugh now. Harbaugh was like, hey, I know this guy. We can, come on. Let's get this thing cracking. So Jackson Dart getting a new weapon at tight end. Scatterboo should be back, ready to go. Still have got that young wide receiving core there, so I think this is great for the Giants.
Yeah, I think it's good for the Giants, but it's bad for Baltimore. Your number one tight end is sketchy still. And he's old. And he hasn't been productive. So I don't know why Baltimore would let this guy walk. It just doesn't make any sense to me on Baltimore's end. I guess because of the whole Crosby thing, and we'll get to that, but they were trying to save some money, but wow. Bad move, terrible move by the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, once the
offensively.
Ravens gave Andrews that money, do we really think they're going to shell out a
That's
lot
true.
of other money for another tight
Yeah.
end?
Yeah, so it was bad.
No.
Just saying, bad.
They paid the wrong one,
Right.
in my opinion. I think Likely
Yeah.
is much more athletic, hell of a lot younger. This is like that Mark Andrews contract was one of those paying for past production versus what you're going to get later on.
Mhm.
But I agree
Yep.
with you.
Yeah.
Love it for the Giants. You got Neighbors, you got Likely. If Scotty can come back, keep Jackson Dart from going into the blue tent, for God's sakes, Harbaugh. And you got something kind of building there, and they still got a pretty good defense. They still got some players on defense. June don't want to hear that. He don't want to hear about the Giants getting any better. That's why he was talking about the Ravens. But yeah, I do think it's a good move for them. It's a good
I mean, I
Mistakes.
don't know if it was a good move for them or not because Likely was injured last year for a good portion of the season. He's going to a team where Malik Neighbors is coming off a knee and an ACL. So, we'll have to see how he comes back. If Likely had not been injured last year, I would have said, yeah, it's a nice move. It gives Jackson Dart another target. But now you've got two players that are coming off of injury, coming back. So you don't know how either one is going to be come week one.
You
So
actually
it's
have
like,
to deal with
okay.
what it's Scatterboo.
Yeah, but Scottaboo's a running back. I don't care. That man's going to come back and he's going to run into fucking walls and then snap his neck like week 7 or something, and that'll be it.
God damn.
Yeah, it's just the way he runs. He runs just like that. He runs hard, and unfortunately, sometimes he needs to go down. But no, I mean, if they're all healthy come week 1, that could be a formidable offense. If they're not, then you kind of stumble into week 2, week 3. Okay, they're coming back. Are they okay? How long does it take for them to get back up to speed? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that works out. And for Baltimore, Melon's right. You're not going to pay 2 tight ends. Ain't going to happen. So you let Likely walk. Though you could have probably switched into wide receiver. I'm not saying anything out there. It wouldn't be the first time that a tight end has been moved to wide receiver and done quite well. But hey, I'm also not the brain trust for the Ravens.
He was the guy that caught the pass on 3rd and 20 something in that Steelers game to set up that field goal that they then, of course, missed.
Yes.
I bet you if they'd made that kick, they would have found a way to bring him back. Just saying. All right.
That's true.
Rashawn Gary to the Cowboys. June, your Cowboys, are they beefing up that defense in the right way here?
I think they are. Getting Rashawn Gary is a big deal. I know a lot of people was like, "Oh, he didn't have a sack in the last 9 games of the season." Like that's not what he's all there for. He's there for coverage. He's there for pressures. He's there for all of it. So, but I think the other moves that they made, they got a nose tackle. They got 2 safeties. They got 2 defensive linemen. It's some of those things that you have to do if you want to build a defense. Cowboys defense sucked last year. So you have to retool the entire defense. You have to do it. You got to rebuild somewhere. And the Cowboys chose to rebuild on defense. They got 6 defensive players so far in free agency? Yeah, they're definitely going after defense. You know what I mean? This is what they do. They re-signing offensive players. That's what they're doing. And then they're going after free agent defensive players. And they'll probably finish the rest in the draft. So I think they're going in the right direction. This is what they have to do to become a team if they want that defense to improve. Because that defense last year, and me and a buddy of mine got into a little argument today about what the Cowboys are doing. And I'm like, and I had to show him what the Cowboys did at this time last year. They didn't do shit at this time last year. They didn't. The only thing they did was the Kenny Clark move, I think. That's all they did was the Kenny Clark move. That's it. And that was later. I mean, that wasn't even this time last year. That was later. That was the Michael Parsons trade.
Yeah, I was going to say that was the Parsons trade. Yeah, I mean
that's all they did last year defensively. So this is a move in the right direction. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. It's the Cowboys.
I mean,
I'm happy.
I mean, you know, Cowboys going to spend a lot of money because Jerry said, "I'm going to spend a lot of money." He's traded a couple of his D linemen already. And that's okay because I don't think either one of them. One was for cap space and you needed it and you got a third round pick, which you didn't have. The other one wasn't going to do much anyway. I mean, you didn't get any cap space. I think they just traded Solomon. What was his name? Help me out. Solomon Thomas.
Solomon Thomas has gone to Tennessee.
Yeah, see, even June can remember his last name. That's how impactful he was last year for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, we'll see how it works out, you know, when the season starts. And, you know, the draft is coming around and Dallas always does well in the draft. I don't know what Jerry does. I don't know if he eats babies or, you know, and then pounds a bottle of Sky vodka and then starts making picks. They work out. I don't know. But, you know.
I think they tie him up and put him in a closet. That's how they do
it. Didn't Dallas use a franchise tag on Pickens?
So far,
yeah, they did, didn't they?
Use it so they can.
So he wants a long-term deal.
He'll get one.
Keep money available to be able to pay that man if they want to keep hat, because Pickens is one of those. I mean, guys, he's from Pittsburgh. There's a history of people from Pittsburgh that'll hold out and kill their for money that they'll never get. So it doesn't surprise me they're not making a lot of moves. And by the way, fellas, Italy just beat Mexico 9-1, so U.S. does advance in the World Baseball Classic.
I was watching that too.
About that.
Mia amore Italia.
Damn right. I still don't understand why the fuck Italy wears blue when their flag is green, white, and red. It has something to do with the 1800 and some other bullshit. But God bless them.
It's their city jersey.
Thanks for helping us out.
All right, last one. Kobe Bryant from Seattle to Chi-Town.
But that thing's the last one. There's one more.
Wait, who did I skip?
You skipped the Crosby one, didn't you?
No, you're gonna
you got that in the news. You got that in the news.
It's in the news.
It's in the news.
Oh, Daniel Jones is in the news. Do we have news?
You mean the comments?
Comments.
We should have news. We got a lot of news.
All right. Kobe Bryant.
In the community comments?
Yes. Kobe Bryant to the Bears.
I mean, that hurts me. He does get paid. It does hurt me. I watched him, you know, and I'm like, man, I wanted us to keep him. And when we basically re-signed Ty Okada, I was like, ooh, he may not be coming back. So he'll do well with Chicago. He will. Mm-hmm. He's a damn good player. And Chicago's defense will get better for him. And he got paid. Though I tend to think, $40 million in this day and age of free agency is not a lot of money. I mean, for us, it might be a little bit, a nice little chunk of change, but $40 million to go to Chicago. Come on, guys, you do better than that. I could have been his agent. I could have got him 50. Could have got him 50 for going to Chicago.
You hear that, Kobe?
Shit.
Team.
Hey, real quick, guys. United States gets to put it to Canada again. because we're playing.
Oh, is that who we play?
At 7 p.m.
I figured.
Goddamn! I hope we put belt to ass on them maple syrup drinking motherfuckers. All right, now on to Kobe Bryant. I was actually surprised we let him go, just because I always heard Mike McDonald loved him, and that's why I thought they were going to go Kobe Bryant over Rashad Shaheed. But good on him for getting paid, man. He played well for us. He got a ring, helped us win a chip. I'll miss him, but this is what happens when you win a Super Bowl, man. Like people want your players, and you're not able to resign them if you want to. But we have not lost as much talent as I expected that we would. So I will say that. So good on Kobe Bryant.
All right. Well, there's obviously we've got from now until the draft, so still some time for other chips to fall, but we'll have our whole draft episode once that comes around, and that will be a whole nother saga. So let's move on to our NBA DAC, where we are tracking who are the best players in the NBA, top 12 players in the NBA. We always treat this in the past week on what have you done lately, so we can keep this list kind of adjusting in real time. So last week we had Jokic at 1, and then at the tail end of things we had KD. I won't go through the whole thing from where it was last week, but yeah, I wanted to give us all a chance to adjust this as things kind of unfolded in the past week. First of all, I've got to say, the Nuggets and Thunder played each other the other night. SGA, I'm sorry, I got to put him at number 1 with the performance he put on against the Nuggets. Him hitting that game-winning 3, just unbelievable.
Well, you're right, Jalen. And then, what was that night? The Nuggets was Thursday. Was it Friday night? And the Nuggets got their ass blown out by who was that? Who was that they got? Because that's the only game I lost. Who was that? I forgot to write down who they played, but it was Thursday night.
Hold on. That was
Thursday night.
No, Thursday they played the they beat the Lakers.
Yeah, but it was Friday night game that we was looking at. Right?
Oh, the Knicks on Friday. Yeah.
I think the majority of it, besides Nestor, picked the Nuggets in that game.
Yes,
so the Nuggets lost. So I'm with you. The Nuggets haven't looked good since we last saw them. They haven't looked well. So you damn right. You can put SGA up there.
I don't know about that. I mean, if we're looking at what a player has done, if we're looking at stocks, looking at stocks, man, it doesn't matter if they won. If my stock went up, I don't fucking care what the CEO. I don't care if the CEO is banging his fucking secretary. I could care less. My stock went up. I made money, and I mean,
hey, all I'm saying is that you guys talk about SEO all you want because of one game. All since we've had our show, Wemby has beaten Detroit, the Clippers, Houston, and Boston, and looked great doing it.
Okay.
Like Wemby has been balling. Last night,
so Wemby.
39 points.
So since we made our list, right? So he played 3-4 games. He's averaged 33 points, 11 boards, 2 assists, 3 blocks, right? Pretty fucking impressive, right? The Joker averages a fucking triple-double, a triple goddamn double. Even losing, he averaged fucking double.
Mm-hmm.
If you're picking players,
He lost by 42 to the Knicks. That was garbage time.
No.
I don't wanna hear that. They lost by
Denver
42
lost.
to the Knicks.
Denver lost as a team. You know, you can only play so much. I mean, you can only put up when you average 32 points, 11 boards, and 10 assists over that period. If you're looking at stocks, and you got to tell me that, you know, even though Tesla went up 22%, fuck it, because Elon Musk is a fucking crazy Nazi who likes to impregnate 50 women. So therefore, this Tesla itself is shit.
Well, Tesla
You
is
can't.
shit.
It is,
Have
but
you
the
seen
stock
those
is going
ugly-ass
up.
trucks?
Yeah. Yeah, I have, unfortunately. A lot of people driving around here. Why, I don't fucking know. But yeah, no. I mean, tell me. Your chances of getting a girl driving a Cybertruck or driving a Ferrari, which one is the girl? Yeah, not the fucking Cybertruck.
Depends on how old the girl is.
All I'm saying, guys, I agree with G Money how well the Joker has been playing, but you can't tell me the last 4 games that SGA has outperformed Wemby. You're talking one game where he hit that game winner. Wemby has been playing great ball, beat better teams, in my opinion, over a 4 or 5 game stretch. Like, they're still neck and neck. I don't think you can move SGA high. Like, if anything, we got to keep everybody the same. In the top 3, I'm not.
No.
I am not putting SGA above Wemby. I'm not doing it.
I mean, when I look at.
If you guys want to put Wemby
for
1,
Joker.
I'm fine with Wemby being 1.
Okay.
SGA 2, Jokic 3.
Yes, I think that's the order.
No,
I think that should be
you guys
the order.
no, you guys are like high. That's like, oh. I mean, if we're I mean, his performance, and that's what we're basing this on, not what the team does. Give a rat's ass what the team does. If we're ranking teams, then Denver's freaking down on like 16. They're not even on our top 12 list because they are not playing well at all. But if we're looking at the player's performance, we're looking strictly at the player, what he does over the 3 or 4 games from week to week, then that's what you got to base it on. You can't go, well, yeah, but look what SGA, he hit that. Yeah, but what did he do for the 3 games? What was his average? I mean, what are we?
A lot of points.
His average was
SGA was 30.6, 5.6 rebounds, 9.3 assists. I know I did some of the numbers where I could do it before I came.
He scored 26 against the Knicks, 27 against the Golden State, I think. Like, he had that one really good game over this last week. Since we had the show on Tuesday, he had one great game. Other than that, he was under his season average totals the rest of the week, I think. Like, how can we move him above the Joker that's playing above his season average totals? Or someone that plays above his season average totals one game just because he hit one shot. Like how are we able to do it? We got to take the totality of the whole week, right?
Okay.
Correct.
So Wemby 1, Joker 2, SGA 3.
So Joker averages a triple-double.
He lost
and
by
he's lower than
42
Wemby.
to the Knicks.
Right. I'm sorry, but they lost by 40 points.
They lost by 40
that's
points
right.
to the Knicks. But a lot of those shots Potter was garbage time. He could have been playing against the Knicks scrubs to get the rest of those points. Because they lost by 40. He lost by 40 points.
And he also had a
but he
game
wasn't
against the Lakers where he scored below his usual average.
The only reason why I might agree with them a little bit, Gary, as far as the Joker, is that your stats helping your team win does matter.
But
helping them beyond the plane, it does a little bit. When you have that 40-point loss, that is kind of That is kind of.
I mean, you do 28 points, 38 points, and 32 points. I mean, you play only 3 games because I never. And the games are either in process or have been played.
Mhm.
But I do this the same way I would do stocks. If I'm doing a lot of fucking trading, I don't give a rat's ass, you know, that one of the CEOs of UHC got fucking assassinated. That doesn't affect me any. How did the stock do? A stock did good? Fine. I'm holding on to it a little while longer, maybe, or selling to dump the fucking shit.
Yeah,
But but if that's how.
Wins and
but-
losses all about how we rate players still, though. Like, I get what you're saying, but we do rate
But
players.
well,
based
if you rate them,
also.
well, if you but you can't rate them on how they, because, I mean, unless they're making the winning, unless they're taking over the game in the fourth quarter and they score 20 points and they win the game, if Wembanyama scores goddamn 30 points, but he scores 28 of those in the first half, and you're up by 4, and you land up winning by 2. Okay, did he win the game for you? Did he help? Well, no. I mean, either you base it on the production,
We do have,
or you're going like, well, it's a weighted thing where production is half of it and how the team does is the other half. And in that case, we might have a whole totally different list,
Well, let me put it
because
this
we could
way.
have players that are averaging like 30 points, but their team won 4 games in a row. I mean, we could look at Charlotte and say, well, you know, hey, Ball did really good, and they won 4 games in a row, and they beat these teams. He should be in the top 10. Maybe he should be number 3. You're like, well, no. His stats is like, well, wait a minute, but the team won. If it's weighted,
I do agree with Jalen in June that helping your team win does matter. And when we were picking last week, you know, I'm pretty sure that Denver was like number 4 in the West, weren't they? Like, I think they've dropped 2 spots.
They have.
And I think that has to matter. I don't know, but see, here's the hard thing, guys, is I don't think we can move the Joker all the way down to 3. So then it's, who do you put at number 1? Wemby, that played a tougher schedule. It was a lot more consistent. Or do you put SGA there because he had 1 good game?
I'm fine with Wemby
So, but
being 1 because he did just dominate this week.
But then how do you really put SGA to 3 because of that 1 game he had? But then you do have to take into consideration the production the Joker did have. Like, I don't know that we can move Joker all the way down to 3. Does that make sense?
I mean,
I don't think we can. That's why I feel like we're in a pickle. I don't feel like we deserve to move SGA down. I don't feel like feel like the Joker should be 3, though.
Well, let's just take a vote.
and there's your issue, right? Because if you want to say 25% of it or 50% of it is how the team does, well, then when you look at that case, you'd probably go Wemby, SGA, and then maybe the Joker, because San Antonio and Oklahoma City have gone 9-1. Right?
We're just gonna have
9-1.
to see where the votes lie here. So, Jalen, why don't we go votes for 1, 2, and 3, all 5 of us, and wherever it's most elated is where those 3 are going to land.
And also, don't forget, I hate to throw a 4th person in here, but Luka, 31, 35, and 44, and they've won all 3 games. I'm just saying.
Thank you.
I'm just saying that they won all 3 games. 31, 35, and 44, and they've won all 3 games. And he's number 4. So you just not look at Luka at all?
Luca sits very
And-
well at 4 compared to these 3. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Average 35 points, 9 boards, and almost 7 assists a game.
He sits very good.
Is he?
at 4, in my opinion.
Is he better than? Is he? I mean, see, that's where we get in these issues. Is right there. We probably won't have issues as we go further down.
Hey,
But
Jalen,
when we look at it, it's like, well,
whoever gets the most votes, like we're just gonna have to swallow it, whether we agree with it or not.
G Money, what's your 1, 2, 3?
my 1, 2, 3 is the Joker, Wembanabi. Oh, yeah. You know, why couldn't he have a real French name like Leclerc?
That's not a real French name either. That is not. That's bullshit. That is not a real French name either.
Who said?
Okay.
And
So
then
he's
SGA
got
3.
Joker, Wemby.
I have Joker, Wemby, Doncic,
Oh,
Doncic
Lord,
at number
okay.
3, and SGA at number 4.
Ooh, my man.
For this, I'm gonna go Wemby 1, SGA 2, Jokic 3. June.
Okay. I got the same 3 as Jalen.
Okay. Malin,
I got the same 3 as you guys.
Nestor,
Same 3.
okay. That made things much easier.
And that's only for a week.
Right,
We're
it's
gonna
only
come
for a
back and we're gonna
For
have
all
the
we
same
know-
fucking week. Same
It's gonna be a
goddamn
revolving
argument.
door.
Because Denver's
We,
gonna
we, we,
win games while the Joker's having triple doubles and other we're gonna have the same goddamn argument.
It's God damn it.
They're just locked in. Does
Bullshit.
anyone think that anyone else should be moved after that? Like from 4 on. I kind of feel like we could keep that kind of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now. I mean, I think the 12 spot can kind of start to flux a bit depending on how, someone else might
I
creep up. But
I thought Brunson had a little bit of a better week than Cunningham, so I was.
I
okay.
thought that too.
Yeah.
I said that too.
what?
I thought about
Hey, you guys,
moving.
once again, I know that at least in Florida you have to have a prescription. I don't know about in the DC area, but I'm pretty sure federal can't be doing it either. Up here in the PNW, it's perfectly legal. But are you high? Are you seriously high?
You don't agree.
I mean,
they both seemingly to me had kind of down weeks.
Yeah.
But
I feel fine with keeping Jaylen Brown where he's at right now, but he's going to start sliding as Tatum keeps taking steps.
I mean, he should start sliding right now. I mean, his last game, he scored 8 points. 8 points.
He got ejected.
Any
when he
one of us
should
here
not
could
have
score
been
8 points.
No,
we
we
could
could.
not. We could
Yeah,
absolutely.
you could.
not score 8 points.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. I put you on the line. If you can't hit foul shots,
I cannot hit
I know
foul shots.
I know girls that can hit foul shots.
I had to shoot underhanded at this age.
Hey,
This age.
true point there. You shoot underhanded as much as people laugh about it. I bet you could make 90% of your foul shots shooting underhanded.
Just for the sake of time, Jalen, I'm fine keeping everybody else where they're at.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think Luka's very strongly locked in the 4. I do think we're going to have a serious conversation about Jaylen Brown next week.
Well, shouldn't we drop Maxey out completely?
Isn't he hurt?
1 game? Yeah, he's out until April.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But now we got
I
to
mean,
find
I
somebody
would-
to put in.
Well, then who do we put in?
Well, we can get to that next week. That's not really a major change
We're
this
just,
week.
I know we got some community comments, and then we got the ride or die. We could put some suggestions even in the chat during the week. But you're right. Maxey probably should be out,
Right.
which would open up that 12 slot. I didn't have anybody new for the 12 slot.
Yeah, that one's a difficult one. But all right, we're gonna go to a break.
Put Adebayo. You could put Bam
LeBron James.
after scoring.
LeBron James.
Put Bam in there after scoring 83.
Yeah. There we go.
Slide
There
him
we
right
go.
in.
I mean,
You know how many
you
people
know.
have always bet the under on this guy? He just goes off.
We'll
That's
get to that when we
hilarious.
come.
Weirdest damn fourth quarter I've ever seen in my life. All right. Go to break.
We will be back in about 10 minutes. We've got a bunch of comments to get to, and then we got the Ride or Die in 5. So sit tight.
C'est Louis, oui, il fait very.
John Harbaugh is going to be the new coach of the New York Giants. The deal isn't done yet, but it looks like that will be happening. Giants fans, what do you think about your new head coach? Me not being a Giants fan, I think it's a great fit. He's taken over a team that's got an array of young talent, especially on offense. You've got Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors, Cam Scatterboo will be back, Darius Slayton there. And John Harbaugh was proving in Baltimore that he was pretty good at developing younger players, and Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers. So I think on both sides of the ball, man, I think this is a great fit for the Giants. For Giants fans, we want to hear from you. What do you think about your new head coach?
You guys want to know what Jalen Hurts' career is going to sum up as? If you took Joe Flacco and combined him with Tyrod Taylor, that is going to be Jalen Hurts' career. That's him. You're gonna win a Super Bowl. You're gonna have a decent postseason record. You're gonna hang around for a long time, but that's going to be your career.
Panthers got to be kicking themselves right now. They had LA on the ropes. Bryce Young played a hell of a game. One of the best games I've seen him play. I don't watch a lot of the Panthers. Their defense played so well. The touchdown pass from Stafford to Parkinson, though, to end the game, basically the game-winning touchdown. That was, what a throw, what a catch. I feel like if you're a Panthers fan, you can't be very upset with the offense or the defense because they played so well. Just the Rams essentially had too much time left on the clock to go and take the lead back, and that was it. I don't know, if you're a Panthers fan, I guess you can maybe go back and look at some of the mistakes in the first half of the game. You know, had you not made those, probably wouldn't have been in a better position at the end of the game. Outside of that, I thought the Panthers had it. I really did. Put Willis in run RPO. We needed a different style quarterback at that moment. Not taking anything from Love. He had a great game.
Or you run the fucking ball with Josh Jacobs. Like, who
There it
takes
is.
out
And there it
Jordan
is.
Love that's completed
Preach.
some percent of his passes? Oh, but let's take him out from Malik Willis. You
Exactly.
goddamn
What the
Brandon
fuck are
son
people
of a
talking?
bitch.
What are y'all talking about?
Brandon son of a bitch. Any Packers fan that says that they think that Malik Willis should have come into the game inside the 30 on the last drive of the game,
Oh, come on.
you're a
bro.
fucking idiot. And you're probably
Mhm.
one of those people that has a certificate hanging up in your wooden panel den.
He said wooden panel.
Circa 1970s.
We're going to a Nets game because we're crazy heads and we saw that tickets were $10. We're gonna go see, who are we seeing?
The Jazz and the Nets. Common.
Two best teams in the NBA.
Yeah, they're the best at something.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going
Entertainment.
to the Barclays Center. We're taking the train, subway, as you can see.
Yeah, there's like literally no one here.
Tip off is in like 5 minutes. So,
It already happened.
oh, never mind. Game just started.
I've not been over here except driving. Shout out Rodney.
Yeah,
Mr. Brown.
Shout out my dad. Last time I saw the Nets play was with him in Orlando,
Yeah.
probably like a decade ago.
Do you have your favorite like grocery store?
Publix. I do literally like Trader Joe's though.
Yeah.
You have any bracelets on? Is it allowed to take those off?
It's Like, are you kidding me? Me?
Just the same. Perfect. Okay, Bridget, what do you think of your spicy margarita?
It's not spicy. What's that place that was Jungle something that we went in St. Pete? It's no concrete jungle, spicy marg, tequila, and mango puree, and then there's just tahini on the rim. So it's not the best, but it's a margarita, and there's enough of it to get me drunk for the next hour.
I decided to give someone else a chance. They were fucking incompetent. Not my fault. They're incompetent. And if you want to let me go, fine.
Y'all made me take that boy. I didn't want his ass. I clearly showed y'all I did not want his ass. Everybody get hurt. Y'all made me have to play him. Now y'all mad at me.
I gotta be honest with you guys, I don't even know why you fired me. Like, I've seen a lot of good things happen here. This ball club was doing great things. There's a lot of positivity happening with this team. Y'all saw Geno Smith. It's been fun. I thought we had a great year. But you guys want to go in a different direction. That's fine.
I'm just happy to get out of this hot ass state and go on my cruise with hopefully Mike McDaniels.
This that bullshit that be going on, and y'all be blaming on everybody else. I just won you 4 games in a row. If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have won those 4 games, was it? That's all right, though.
Hey,
Why?
That shit was pass
Why?
interference, nigga.
It was pass
That's a quiet ass bar.
Man, this is quiet. Why is it so quiet over here?
We've seen him, twice in the playoffs now? And he's looked this way both times. Harbaugh, this offseason, is going to have to take a long look at Justin Herbert and probably sit down, talk with the kid and say, hey, I expect us to be in the playoffs every year that I'm coaching here and you as my quarterback. So we got to figure out what we need to do to get you to feel comfortable while you're in the playoffs. He missed a lot of plays. I know the code probably had a lot to do with it. The balls was selling on him a few times. Justin Herbert just didn't seem comfortable the entire game. And that's something that they're going to have to work with him. And I know it wasn't a home game, you on the road, but hey, he got to understand, you're going to have to play on the road in the playoffs. Unless you're the number 1 seed, you better get comfortable on the road. I mean, hell, even Josh Allen had to find it out. He was 0-5 and he finally pulled one out. He got to figure out what's wrong with him when he gets on the road in the playoffs, and that's something that Harbaugh's got all offseason to really get to.
Out of all these teams here that have been eliminated from the playoffs, 2 questions. Which one do you think should be the most optimistic going forward? And who do you think should be the most pessimistic going forward? For me, optimistic, there's a few teams that come to mind here, like Carolina, I think Green Bay. Both should be very, very optimistic about their future. But if I could just pick one, it's got to be the Chicago Bears. That team put on one hell of a show this season, and they've got a very promising future ahead of them. Pessimistic wise, there was a couple that came to mind. Like, there's a big question mark with Buffalo and what their next chapter is going to look like. But if I could only pick one team, it's got to be Pittsburgh. It seems like they're about to head into the dark ages, and they're going to need to rebuild. They've been putting it off long enough, and now they're at the point where they just need a complete reset, including head coach. But we want to know, which 2 of these playoff teams do you think should be the most optimistic and pessimistic moving forward? Bills fans, what do you think about the Bills firing Sean McDermott? coached the team for 9 years, another playoff loss in the divisional round this time to the Denver Broncos, and now he's out of there. Are you happy he's fired? Upset? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, is there anybody that you have your eyes on to replace him going forward? Welcome back to the second half, folks. Good halftime over here. Hope you guys had a good halftime at home. Sometimes we really need to key you guys in on our halftime because it's as good as the main show. As the friends that we are going to take a nice cheers to the second half of our show. June is just using his one long ramp to his weekend. June, are we getting a live stream for you this weekend?
You probably will. You know, we're in the middle of March Madness. Be walking around doing the bar crawl, walking to the bars, have my kilt on. Yeah.
Galen, Nestor, are you guys going down to Riverwalk with the Green Hillsborough River? You doing that
I'm
this
thinking
weekend?
about it.
I would like to.
That is this weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Weekend before. I did a couple years ago. It was fun.
We should make a plan. All right. Let's get to some comments here. Let's start off with this one is pretty brief. Let's start off with when last week during that top 12 segment, when June had LeBron in his top 12 on TikTok. There was a couple people that said kind of the same thing, but Cooper said on the Lakers, maybe. Like,
Damn, 12th best on the Lakers. Shit.
no, I'm sorry. When June said he was number 3, because that's where June had him at, was the third spot.
Oh yeah, yeah. Are we talking top 3 all time on this thing, or just top 3 in the NBA right now?
Just right now.
Okay, it's definitely top 3. June.
In my defense,
you don't have a defense on this one.
Yeah, this.
We just did 20 minutes about 4 other people. He couldn't possibly put LeBron above.
I mean, there is no defense. It's yeah, no.
Let's get to another one. I don't know if. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna bring in. I didn't put this on the rundown, but the Colts retaining Daniel Jones with the transition tag.
Well, they signed him.
There.
they extended. Yeah, they extended him.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, 2 years and $44 million a year.
Yes, at the time, this was still kind of up in the air. But people on TikTok, shout out to Frank. He said, my guy dropping the knowledge.
Damn right.
John Sears says, Cornbread says of often Achilles tear, by the way. Well, now he's back, so
Yeah, they did what they wanted to. They let the market speak for him, and he came back after a couple days, and he signs a deal that I mean, hey, 40 what is it? 44 million a year?
Yeah.
44 million a year.
Yeah, I mean, shit, we're paying less for Sam Darnold right now.
Yes, we are.
So on Instagram, Sam the Johnson, he says the fact this guy, this is before he got signed. The fact this guy thinks he's worth more than 30 million a year is beyond crazy to me. And they offered him 100 million for 3 years. He said that's Sam Darnold money. He countered with 150 million for 3 years, like he's Burrow or Mahomes.
Okay, but we got to understand one thing about free agency. It's not about what you're worth. It's about what you can get and what the market value is. And at this day, in this year, this is what he was slated at is being worth. And I can't fault the Colts for doing it. I mean, shit, you give up 2 first rounders for Sauce. You just spent the most money for a free agent wide receiver that is asinine to me, but you're really trying to go all in, trying to keep everybody there for Daniel Jones.
True, and you traded Pittman, your number 2 wide receiver.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy, right? I mean,
you signed that other guy. What the fuck was his name? He's getting the most money in free agent history for a wide receiver. Goddamn. Isn't it Alex Pierce? Is that his name?
Oh, yeah. That was their own.
Yeah, their own.
That was their own. Yeah.
Talking about it. I think he's got like the most.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. It's like
they're going all in, man. They're like, they decided week 7 of last year that Daniel Jones or bust. Indiana Jones, let's go. So I mean, 2 years, 44 million. The good thing is that they're paying 44 million, but I don't know what the structure of the contract is. Can they get out of it after 1 year? Can they not? How much is guaranteed? How healthy is he going to be? So maybe it's a contract that works for both ends. But I like it for Indy. Who else were they going to get?
No one, because they let Anthony seek a trade. So yeah, you're right. They don't have anybody. There's no one out there. I mean, Geno Smith, Russell Wilson. Could you make a play for Aaron Rodgers? Yeah.
The wild thing is that I would take Daniel Jones coming off an Achilles injury over any of those quarterbacks you just said. Because of the way he played last year. Because of the way he played last year before because remember, he was playing.
Yeah, he was.
Tibia. His numbers started going down after that fractured tibia, but he was balling out in Indy.
And you're keeping him in the same system. Like he already knows it fairly well.
It was wild that I'm saying it, but
no, I mean, it makes perfect sense, right? I mean, if you were the GM/owner, that's what you would do, the same thing, because there's no one else out there. You don't have the number 1 overall pick, so you're not drafting a quarterback, and you screwed yourself 2 years ago when you took Anthony Richardson. When you did, probably should have taken someone else. O lineman, D lineman, hell. One of the cheerleaders from Alabama would have been better.
If he never fractures his tibia and then tears his Achilles, do the Colts win 13-14 games?
Yes.
Okay, well, the going rate for a quarterback that did that last year was Sam Darnold that got like 33. They're going to get more money this year. I'm just saying, like, I don't fault them for doing what they did. I think it was a good move for him.
But Kirk Cousins, is Kirk Cousins better than Daniel Jones?
Not right now.
Right now, no.
No. Okay.
No.
Not in my opinion. Not in my opinion. I could be wrong. I've been wrong.
Let's get to the Ravens drama with Max Crosby. So I made a video about them signing him, and then they didn't want him anymore after the physical. So obviously, like, Ravens fans are like very happy, and then that did not happen. So the whole thing is a bit odd, but I made a video today, or yesterday rather, about them canceling the deal. And people on TikTok were saying the following. So Marshall, he says, this is probably the most high-profile NFL player where this has happened. It happened in the NBA last year with Mark Williams, almost going to the Lakers before failing his physical. Grilled Cheese says, gotta be degenerative arthritis or something more serious that you don't keep that trade intact. Mr. Big Juicy says, Ravens are cooked. Yerky says,
gotta love that tag.
They have done this before. Can't remember the wide receiver, but like 2018 when Crabtree became available. This is shady business.
Well, they didn't do Crabtree. They did the wide receiver from, I think he played for the Redskins. It was Gay, I believe his last name was. And he was a free agent. It wasn't a trade. So they've done it twice before, but both were free agents, not trades.
And they haven't even. This isn't even the. Well, here's one trade, Gary, that I uncovered. Remember last year? I think the defensive back or safety Alexander that Baltimore sent over to the Eagles, and weren't honest with the Eagles that this guy was thinking about walking away from football. And so they get some draft picks from the Eagles, and he tells the Eagles, hey, man, I'm out. Like, I'm taking time away from football. Like, they do some shady shit. And I think what it came down to is that, yeah, he's going to fail a physical right now. Like, he just walking. But I think that the Ravens figured out they could get Hendrickson for a little bit less money.
It
give out the
sure
first round
seemed
picks.
like that.
And then, but hey, is it? Here's the thing. This is the tampering period. Nothing is finalized until you sign. Like the Ravens GM has every right to try to make his football team better and keep assets. Now he might be burning some bridges. There might not be people wanting to deal with him later on. But if you don't have to give up 2 first-round picks and you can get Hendrickson at his age, who's only a few years older than Crosby, I think.
Well, Crosby's what, 28, and isn't Hendrick 31?
Yeah, they're only like 3 or 4 years difference. And Hendrickson isn't coming off of an MCL tear that was bad enough to where he had to have like a pretty good surgery on it. Like, I don't fault him for it, but I think he's definitely burned some bridges in the NFL. There's going to be teams that are not going to want to deal with the Ravens going forward. And just like he has every right to back out of that trade, knowing that he get Hendrickson for less, NFL teams have the right to not deal with him later on. So it could end up hurting them later on. But that Ravens GM lying out his ass when he was saying they were trying to get Crosby and Hendrickson.
Yeah.
That
was never going to happen.
You poached him from Indianapolis because Hendrickson was going to sign with Indy. And then this is how I think it went. He was going to sign with Indy. And then the Ravens were able to talk to him and get him to go to them. And they're like, okay, well, now we can get Hendrickson. We're going to go and void this trade with Crosby. And it's really crazy because, like the Raiders, now they got to take on $30 million more in cap space. They only got about $16 million left in cap space by taking on Crosby's cap hit. Because they got to sign their draft picks. They're going to try to move him. I love the fact that Niners fans are all over this. Niners fans wants everybody that's injured. Niners fans want them to give 2 first-round picks to the Raiders for Crosby, and I hope they do, to be honest with you, because Crosby is dealt with injuries. He's been a little bit injured, but coming off of this MCL. Let him play it in that substation a little bit. I hope the Niners get exactly what they want and lose some first-round picks in the process.
Yeah, I'm not buying. I'm sorry, the physical thing. It's like he got hurt late in the season. What could you have possibly learned? What new information could you have possibly learned?
They said he couldn't touch his toes.
It's like
what?
It's like,
I'm like,
come on.
I'm like, bitch, I haven't had an MCL surgery this year. I can't touch my toes. I'm a ways away from touching my toes. Like,
yeah.
Okay, well,
I fully believe
the GM brought that up that they couldn't touch his toes.
I mean, and everybody knows that the meniscus surgery that he had, it takes more than 1 month. It takes like 3 to 4 months to totally heal from it, right? So you know that. So you know there's things he's not going to be able to do. But the crazy thing is this, right? Is because the way he was treated right at the end of the season there with the Raiders, where they said, we're shutting you down. We're not going to let you play anymore. Because let's be honest, they wanted to guarantee themselves
One of the injury protection on the claw.
Yeah. So it's like this, right? It's like, oh, we're trading you to Baltimore. He's like, oh, cool. I'm going to Baltimore. That's cool. You know, I think they have a better team. I have a better chance of winning. He gets to Baltimore, does the physical. They go, yeah, you know, you're not that guy. It's sort of like a woman who tells her boyfriend or husband, I don't want to be with you anymore. You're not the man. And then thinks she's got the man, goes to him, and he's like, they go home, they go in the bedroom, she undresses, he goes, yeah. And then you have to go back to your husband or boyfriend and say,
you know what it's more like, G Money? It's more like Crosby going to the Ravens and the Ravens trying to tell him, don't worry about Hendrickson, don't worry about the other guy.
Right.
And then they end up with the other guy. Like, don't.
Well, I mean, at that point, I don't even think they were talking about Henderson. I think you guys were right. Was that after the fact, like what today, the GM really said we were planning on getting both of them. You weren't.
There's no fucking way.
You weren't planning on doing that.
Yeah.
But that's a nice face-saving thing. So it's like, yeah, no, guys, like we looked at it, we thought about it. And in the beginning, it sounded really good, but now we're thinking, oh, he probably won't be ready for training camp, and maybe not the first week. Maybe, you know, we'll have to see how that plays out. But Hendrickson was injured last year.
Yeah.
I mean, Cincinnati sat him down for what, the last 4 games of the season. So
they don't got to give up 2 firsts for him. I think they made the trade on Friday. Got into the tampering period and realized they had a shot at Hendrickson.
Yep.
It was like, now we need to get out of this Crosby trade.
Yeah. We can get
Can you touch your
Hendrickson
toes? No,
cheaper,
you're outta here.
and it doesn't cost us 2 number 1 draft picks. It's sort of like, oh, so I'm not buying you a Mercedes and a whole fucking Gucci outfit. I'm going to go over here and I'm buying.
It sounds shady, but they made the right decision, in my opinion. You keep your number 1s. You get someone decent lineman, and but there's some teams that are going to be not wanting to deal with them later on. Like no one's going to trust the trade with them.
But the question is, will Max Crosby be traded?
Yeah,
is
I think
he going
will.
to be traded?
I think so.
I think so. I don't know if it's going to be before the draft.
Hell, he still might get 2 number 1s.
Maybe. I mean,
it might happen.
You look at teams out there that really take a look at everything, and they'll have him in before they make the trade and have their docs look at him, so they have a better idea of where they're at. And then they'll make the decision, as opposed to, we'll make the trade and then have our docs look at him and then say, oh, yeah, no, we can't do that.
I originally thought that they voided the trade because the doctor saw something that wasn't normal when he got to Baltimore, but it seems that he's on schedule for his rehabilitation. And so his trade value shouldn't necessarily go down just because Baltimore decided to sign somebody cheaper and not give up their first round picks. But now you're getting later in the free agency. So maybe it won't be 2 first round picks, but he still definitely has some trade value. Please trade him to the Niners. That substation going to fuck him up.
And then trade him to the Seahawks.
Niners will lose first round picks. I'm all for it.
I mean,
that substation is like one of our best free agent pickups for the Seahawks. I love it. I love talking about that substation. And they're in the practice field.
You should have asked to see the Ravens' phone. Let me see those DMs. Oh, you're talking to him? Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. I don't want to go there. You guys are just using me. You're using me to get the other girl you want. You're just using me. I'm going to blow up social media now.
Let's get to the next. Jesus. Okay. Let's make this next one quick here. Kyler Murray, should he go to the Vikings on TikTok? All right. Our very own Nestor says Murray and Tua can both go play for the Oahu Rainbow Warriors.
It's a real team. It's a real team. It's
use their talents over there.
Isn't that the University of Hawaii team?
Yeah.
You want to go back to college? That's funny.
They might still have some eligibility, and since we're kind of squishy about playing pro, not playing pro, counting, not counting, yeah, maybe he could. Yeah.
Be fun.
Troker Car says it's Minnesota. Kevin O'Connell and Jettas, come on. Thomas says Colts run first offense anyways. Seema says Murray ain't it. Tua clears. Bills Mafia for life says no one can do it. Mighty Mouse was good for a year, then they got tape on him and figured him out, and now he's done. Mighty Mouse.
Pretty good
I like that. I like it.
And then Mike says he's too short.
Damn.
I mean,
that's TikTok for you.
I mean, the Vikings would be a good fit for him. Yeah, you sign him for a year, kind of like a prove it deal, because the league minimum is what, 1.2 million? So what have you got to lose? 1.2 million. You sign him, Arizona's picking up the rest of the tab. I mean, if he does well for you, great. You can talk about a long-term deal afterwards. If you're still sold on JJ McCarthy, which I don't know how you could be, but if you're married to that draft pick that you made, and you're not sure how he's going to come back, and he definitely needs competition. When you look at the free agents out there, who are you going to bring in? I mean, Russell Wilson? Yeah, no, please not. Fields? No, that's a big negative. Because neither one of those are going to really push JJ. Bring him in. You've got absolutely nothing to lose, because it's only going to cost you the league minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And Minnesota would make sense because, the short time that we've seen JJ McCarthy, it's not that good. Not that good. So, Minnesota, go ahead. Bring him in, give him the league minimum, have Arizona pay the rest of his salary, and see what you got. Because maybe, just maybe, he'll actually play quarterback.
The only thing I gotta say, Jalen, is that Pittsburgh and Minnesota, he's better than anyone they could bring in. I would rather bring in Murray on a league minimum or a little bit more than that, than the amount of money you're gonna have to pay Aaron Rodgers. And with Minnesota, McCarthy needs somebody that can legitimately challenge him for the starting job, and make him really work for it. So I could see it, but I still don't think he elevates a team that much. He's better than Justin Fields, but I don't think he's light years better than Justin Fields. And we saw what he's done at every team he's gone to since the Bears. So I think we're giving him a little bit too much hype on the difference he can make.
All right. I asked between Mike Evans, K9, Michael Pittman Jr., and Malik Willis, which was the most impactful free agent signing. On YouTube, I don't know pronounce this guy's name. He says K9 will be underutilized because Andy Reid hates the running game. And then Omar says Kenneth Walker. Matt
Matt Goy says, I don't see much impact for any of these teams, honestly. Mike Evans gets injured too much, especially now. The Chiefs don't run the ball, so Kenneth is out. The Dolphins need way more than just a quarterback to see any improvement, and the Steelers will once again be slightly above middle grade, no matter who they sign, unfortunately. With all that said, maybe Pittman. And then Frisky says, I'd be tired of living in Seattle. No sun, only rain.
Okay.
Wow.
It's plenty of sun in Seattle. I live there.
I mean, obviously, he was up here like in March, November through March, which really fucking sucks. I get it. I understand. You know, that's usually when we go to where there's warmth and sun. Yeah, but you know, when you look at it, Pittsburgh's still waiting on Aaron Rodgers. So you don't have a quarterback. So it doesn't matter who your wide receiver. You don't have a quarterback. I mean, Mason Rudolph is your starting quarterback. So
it could be Will Howard. It could be Will Howard.
It could.
Baby.
You know what? It could be one of us too if we kind of wandered up there during training camp.
Oh, good. And Funny, I think you really overestimate the athletic ability of the show because you earlier said we could all score 8 points in the NBA. And there's not one of us that could score 8 points in the NBA on this show. Much less be an NFL.
Well, okay. You can't score 8 points, but I'm pretty sure that Jalen could score 8 points in the NBA. I bet you could.
Anyway, damn, 83 points. That's crazy.
I mean, eight points. 8 points. It's not hard. I mean,
it's extremely hard.
Hold on.
Number one, they would leave you wide open because they wouldn't think you could make the shot.
I couldn't make the shot.
If Jalen walked out on the NBA court right now, everybody in the world would think this is like a Make-A-Wish thing. Because he's so damn skinny, man. He'd be standing next to all them NBA players. They'd be like, this is a Make-A-Wish moment. Like, Jalen's about to die. He looks like he's going to die more than that guy that picked the goddamn Giants pick several years ago. That's still fucking alive, by the way. I still follow that ass. Lying motherfucker.
I mean, And if they assumed that it was a Make-A-Wish thing, it would be just like that kid that had Down syndrome and was dying, and they let him run for a fucking touchdown. They let you score.
Oh gosh!
I don't think that would happen. 1 point, maybe you get fouled, go to the free throw line. Maybe they'll free throw, but
you'd be hurting if they foul. I'd be hurting if they. I might look like LeBron James on the court if they hit me. They'd have to actually hit me, unlike what they have to do with LeBron James. But LeBron James don't even know what arm he's hurting whenever he falls down anymore.
All right. Last comments. This is from Bam scoring 83 points last night. What a controversial 83 points that he scored.
I don't know why it's so controversial.
Yes.
Esther. Mr. Heat.
So a few coaches spoke out kind of against him scoring his 83 points, which was very odd to me. I'm like, what? Why are y'all talking about? Don't you have your own game to be talking about anyway? But Ime Udoka, he thought the whole thing was a fucking joke. He was like, it was the Wizards. Steve Kerr was kind of like, he kind of gave him his credit, but he was also the undertone of like, I mean, come on, it was the Wizards. The Wizards head coach was questioning the foul calls and, you know, the fact that he had 43 free throw attempts, which is asinine. I will say that. But yeah, Bam scored 83 last night, and he had, I think, 43 at half. So in the second half, he was literally just sprinting to the basket and getting fouled on every single sprint to the basket. And
and that's what I'll say, Jalen, is that, and I'll give him his credit. Hey, you got 83 points. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how you get 83 points or who you score 83 points on. I mean, you know, Kobe scored 81 against the Raptors. But you can, I will say that he got off to such a hot start that you could tell, and they were blowing him out. You could tell that the game plan shifted to let's see how many points we could get. In my opinion, it doesn't necessarily cheapen it. I can make fun of it because I don't like the Heat. So I plan on making fun of it for a long time. But it doesn't really cheapen it because you still got to stop him.
Right.
Like, he was running into traffic to get fouled, and they were fouling him. Like, at some points, let him try to put the layup up. You want to know why? Because he's not going to fucking make it all them damn times. So, but the fact is, as wild as it is, the man scored 83. I got to give him the flowers on him scoring 83. I thought that fourth quarter was just insane. I was like, nobody else is going to take, like, you could just tell they wanted to go for it, right?
Yeah.
Because nobody else was taking a shot. It was Bam or nothing in that blowout. And the game was never in jeopardy because even if Bam didn't score down there, they knew the Wizards weren't going to score on the other end, so we can just try Bam again. But he got it. Good for him. I don't know. I don't think it ruins Kobe's legacy of 81 or anything else like other people are saying. But hey, all I gotta say is real quick, like whenever we take that wad of paper and we shoot it in the garbage,
we're not gonna say Bam.
Are we still allowed to say Kobe? Or do we gotta say Bam now?
You have to
I say Bam.
Kobe.
You gotta say Bam.
I say Bam every time.
No,
And I
no,
make
the
it.
hell, no, the hell you don't. And no, the hell you don't.
So I don't say that. I say Wilt because
Wilt did not score 100 points. Wilt did not score.
Dude.
He did not score 100 points in the game.
He did score 100 points in the game.
We cannot get into this argument right now about whether or not
We cannot do this right now.
Okay, first of all, there is
First of
no
all, LeBron
record
has-
book. Okay, there is no record book that shows he scored 100.
Jesus.
There's no scorebook that shows it. Where's the scorebook? We have a scorebook that goes back to the 1930s.
It's on a
We have
spreadsheet.
scorebooks. We have scorebooks that goes to the 1930s, but we don't have that scorebook.
We're not talking about Wilt Chamberlain. We're talking about Bam Adebayo. Now he's got 83 points.
He
against
trying to
Washington
keep us here till fucking Monday.
Bringing up conspiracies.
We all, you're the only one that don't gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta. Probably gonna have to cover for two people again. So I'm not a happy camper, so I don't fucking care. If we want to stay here till 2 a.m. and I go to work fucking hungover and tired, that's the price they pay for making me cover for two fucking people.
Okay.
You had Bam's role in the offense last night because there was no starters out there for the Heat. They were like, it's Bam or bust, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You give Bam the ball, and it's like if you're hot, and why foul? I mean, don't foul him. I mean, that's the thing right there. You don't foul him.
You didn't have to.
And no, and and he shot what 7-3. Well, he made 7 threes. He shot like what 20. Here's the thing. You don't like the fact that he scored 83 points on you? Play fucking defense.
Yep.
Shut your fucking mouths and play defense. Because Bam should not have scored 83 points on you. That's a goddamn embarrassment.
Right.
You should be embarrassed that that man scored 83 points on you. Don't be talking about the refs or this or that. No. Look at your team.
You guys should be happy. This was Bam and not somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero. If it's Tyler Hero, I'd be upset.
We'd be having a different conversation.
Yeah, I look at it the same way G Money does, man. Just stop him if you don't want him to. Everybody's gonna be licking their chops to play the Wizards now, though.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be trying to go for career highs now.
Oh, Wizards.
We just letting it happen.
All right, let's get on to the Ride or Die in 5 here.
Oh, that's good.
We can rapid fire this one. So, Ride or Die in 5 last week, monster week for us. We had Malin going 3-2. We had G Money, myself, and June going 4-1. We had Nestor going undefeated at 5-0.
Ooh. Man, if you followed our bets, you would have been driving that Ferrari down the street, picking up that pretty girl, not driving a shitty Scheiber truck.
The only thing you messed up on our thing, Galen, is that Nestor is actually number 2 in the 25-26 records.
Yes,
he's one game above G Money, so he's right behind my ass.
Right,
making my butt cheeks pucker. I didn't think Nestor I never thought in my life that Nestor would ever have any influence on my ass, but my butt cheeks.
Jesus Christ.
He's coming. That's a bad choice. He's going.
He's close to second place. He's close to first.
He's coming for number 1.
So, lock-wise,
shut up.
We all hit our locks. Well, we were literally a half point away from all hitting our locks.
Motherfucking God damn it! God damn it!
It would have been the first time we all hit our locks. And fucking Detroit and San Antonio couldn't score one more point. Unbelievable.
One fucking point. One goddamn point. 1 point. That's all I ask.
So here we are. Going into this week, we're going to start with Denver at San Antonio tomorrow night. G Money.
Oh, I don't even know if I have these games written down. I'm actually going. Oh, yeah, I do. With San Antonio.
I am also going San Antonio.
Give me San Antonio.
All right, Malin.
Not to make this show any longer, but I would just like to point out that G Money fought for 20 minutes for the Joker to be number 1, yet he just tomorrow night.
You haven't heard my lock for tomorrow night, my friend. You have not heard my lock.
Oh, boy.
You have not heard my lock.
I'm going to San Antonio. I'm going to San Antonio. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to San Antonio. I'm going to San Antonio.
Nestor.
Also San Antonio.
My bad, guys. My bad.
All right. Then we've got at 9:30 tomorrow, we've got Boston at OKC. Adam Silver, I don't know what the fuck you gave this schedule to the Celtics for. We've had the Cavs, we've had the Spurs, we had the Thunder. This is not okay, let's calm down here. I'm still gonna take the Celtics on the road here. Jaylen Brown will not get suspended, and I don't give a damn about the Thunder. Give me the Celtics on the road. June.
I'm taking the Thunder. Boston has been playing great. They're not beating the Thunder at home.
Okay. Malin.
I'd just like to point out for the second time we had a 20-minute argument where Jalen was wanting to put SG8 number 1, yet he thinks that Boston beat him.
It's win by
not
committee.
exactly making sense here. But I'm never going to take the Oklahoma City Thunder against my favorite basketball team. With my heart. I know that can get me in trouble, but I don't give a shit. You got to stand on principle sometimes, boy. We're going to do it. Taking Boston.
Okay.
Amen. Nestor.
Nestor's looking up shit right now on his phone.
I agree with all that. Malin said, I'm going to go with OKC on this one.
I knew it was just going to be me and Jalen on this one. I knew it.
G Money, can I put you down for the Celtics?
Yeah, I'm not drunk enough for that. Go OKC.
All right, thought I would.
If we'd have just had the show 20 minutes longer, he would have picked the Celtics. 20 minutes longer.
All right. Saturday night, 8:30. We've got the Nuggets at the Lakers. Forgive me for putting the Nuggets in here twice, but I figured this was a good matchup
I
against
also
the
put
Lakers.
OKC in here twice, you asshole.
Oh yeah, I did put OKC in here. Well, hey, good matchups. June, go ahead.
Yeah, give me the Lakers. Denver hasn't been playing well, so give me the Lakers.
Inland.
I'm taking Denver on this one. Luka has his hot streaks, and then he cools off. And like Money's been saying, the Joker's been playing out of his mind. I'm going to take Denver on this one. I just think that the Lakers are too hot and cold. Denver plays really consistent. They just lost a few close games. But I think they're going to take care of business against the Lakers.
Nestor.
This is really difficult because if Denver loses the previous games, I don't know. It's kind of like a game they should win. And then Lakers are going to be well rested. I don't want to continue to pick the Lakers, but shit. Damn, this is difficult. I'm gonna go with the Lakers. Damn it. Yeah, Lakers.
G Money.
I'm actually going to go with Denver on this one. We all know that the Lakers have no rim protection whatsoever. Now you got to figure that maybe if Luka, LeBron, and AR-15 are playing, that might even it out a little bit as far as shooting wise, as long as they can all hit what they're going to hit. But I got to go with Denver on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with G Money and Mainland here for the same reasoning. Lakers lack rim protection, and going up against Denver here, I just think it's a bad matchup. And I think Denver's slide can only last for so long. So, yeah, give me the Nuggets here. So let's go to Sunday at 1. We've got the T-Wolves at the Thunder. Let me just say this. Is anybody taking the T-Wolves?
Nope.
I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm not taking OKC. I hate that you put me in that position, by the way.
You can take them. It's an open.
I could if I want to be stupid. But I'm already going up against Nestor in 2 games. We need to agree on a couple here so that I can save some face. Nestor's, I'm going to stop using the C word, but Nestor is gunning for the number 1. He's gaining ground on the number 1 spot.
What's the C word?
You made me say it, Jim. Made me say it. Just spilling shit in his drawers. Is that what you want to say? Move on.
Monday night, we've got the Lakers going to the Rockets.
You got the Lakers twice too? God damn, I didn't even realize that.
We're giving everyone an encore here.
Denver, Lakers, OKC, goddamn.
We only got one. Yeah, that's good.
Malin, you can go ahead.
I went first on the last one.
No, you didn't.
Yes, it would have been me going first on the last one. So I'm going to take my pass and we're going to go to Nestor.
I went second already.
Go ahead, Nestor.
I'll go. I got no problems.
Okay.
I'm taking Houston. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm taking Houston.
Yeah, I'm also going to take Houston because Lakers are going to be listen, they're on the road here. I'm assuming the old man will be playing. Like, he should be back in the rotation. I don't know. I just don't think they play well when LeBron is out there. not just him, but also DeAndre Ayton when he's out there. It's like when they have the whole band together, they're really not that great. When they've got Jackson Hayes out there and the rest of the younger guys, boy, do they play completely different. It's just faster basketball all around. So give me the Rockets. I'm going to assume that they're back at full strength at this point. So, yeah. June.
I'll take the Rockets, too.
Okay.
I'm taking the Rockets.
I'm taking the Rockets.
All right. So we all took the Rockets, all took the Thunder. June and Nestor took the Lakers. Myself and Malin are the only people taking the Celtics, and then we all took the Spurs tomorrow. So
I just like to point out that me and Nestor are 3-0 when the last few weeks when we picked games, So just putting that out there.
June provided the advanced analytics.
Every clock is right twice a day, gentlemen.
And we've been right 3 times, so there you go. We beat the odds on that shit. And so now we beat the odds on that shit.
Every clock. Oh, hold on a second. I just want to make
shout out.
June, you're still minus 12 overall?
I'm coming back though. Hey, I was minus 20. This is what you know.
He is climbing. He's climbing.
I'm on the heater. I'm on the heater, baby. A heater.
Shout out to Amber in the chat. Says, shout out to Nestor for having a week as perfect as he is.
Isn't that his girlfriend?
That's our very own right there. 5-0.
That's hilarious.
Now.
Taking her shopping.
Cashing in. Let's get to these locks here. So this is where we all get to pick your own bet. Will we finally go 5-0 locks on the show? Is this the week?
Probably not.
That's the spirit. I'll go real quick. Tomorrow night, I'm going easy. Wemby and Jokic to both have double doubles.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'll go next. I'm going to the NHL. Okay. Give me the Dallas Stars and the Buffalo Sabres tomorrow night on the money line.
All right. I'm going to go super easy, Jalen. Jaylen Brown scores 84 points against Washington. No, I'm kidding.
Funny thing is, if you did that, you'd be going like, I should have bet it. Should have bet it.
My lock is Boston beating Washington on Saturday night. I'm trying to help the fam. I'm trying to help get us to 5-0.
There we go.
Trying to help get us to 5-0 on the lock. So I'm taking Boston over Washington.
All right. G-Money, Nestor?
Mine is pretty simple because I didn't really have a chance to look at anything now. Mine is the Joker to have 30-plus points against San Antonio. That was the only thing I quickly pulled it up, and it was like, okay, that's what I want. That's why I was taking, even though I'm taking San Antonio to win the game, Joker, with his scoring ability, will score 30-plus points on them.
Yeah. See, I thought you were going to say triple-double.
I thought about that. I really did, but I didn't see what the parlay was on that. So I'm like,
you're helping us get closer to 5-0 because I do agree that he'll get over 30 points probably. But the triple-double is harder, and we're trying to go 5-0 on locks, people.
Right.
Esther, please don't pull some crazy-ass soccer thing.
Yeah.
You had a good one last
The last 3 times I've been a little bit bold, especially when I'm picking for, not against, but for the team I don't really want to them to win. So I'm gonna do a crazy one here. I did a 3-pick parlay last time. I'm gonna do 4 involving 2 different sports.
Of course.
So the first one's really easy, and I'm actually gonna put money on this because it's pretty easy. Real Madrid to win on Saturday against a bottom 4 team. Really easy. If they lose or tie, I'm very happy. Sevilla against Barca. Spread on that is +1.5 for Sevilla. So Barca can win 1-0. That's fine. But I expect Barca to be a little tired after Champions League. And then we're going to go over to the World Baseball Classic, where narratives are very important. There's a lot of noise pollution going on in this tournament until we hit the final. Every damn time. So unfortunately for the rest of the world, and for everybody really, DR will beat Korea, and Puerto Rico will beat Italy.
Puerto Rico is going to beat Italy.
Yes.
Ooh.
That's, I mean, Italy's been arguably.
Please let me be wrong on all.
I mean, Italy's been a surprise. They've been a surprise, but
Italy's been on a heater, man.
Puerto
I'm telling you
Rico.
guys.
Oh man.
I love to be wrong on DR.
Rico, hey.
Puerto Rico can get to the final. I love to be wrong on DR.
Don't let Puerto Rico do that. You won't be able to tell them shit for the longest time.
Puerto Rico, hey.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for this episode. We'll see what happens with these picks come next week. Yeah, the show has gone on far too long. So be sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram at AFR Sports if you want your comment read on next week's show. Be sure to follow June on TikTok. His is always linked down in the description below. Cowboy fans, go show your boy some love. That being said, we'll be back same time, same place next Wednesday night. So have a good week. Thank you for watching and listening, and we will see you next week. Peace out.
Peace out.